Hey everybody, I'm going to show you something that I call a 6-note soloing technique. First, you got to learn patterns of notes that sound musical to actually make music with, right? And the first ones you want to learn and memorize are going to be your scales. I do this in lessons all the time. If you want to learn the 5 most essential scales to get started with, then book some lessons with me because I'll show you. And then the other thing you want to know is what key you're soloing in. This one's a little harder, right? You may have heard somebody say, we're playing in the key of, fill in the blank, the key of B minor. This song is in the key of C major. And you're thinking, what the heck does that mean? Most people don't know when they start, and that's okay. The longer explanation I can give you in lessons. The short way of sort of figuring out what key a song is in, for example. Now, this doesn't work 100% of the time, so don't get all over me, theory nerds. But I'm going to tell you, in modern popular music, it works a whole lot of the time, most of the time. Do a little internet search for the chords to such and such song, right? And then you might see these things that have lyrics with chords over them. Take a look at the first and last chord of the song. Chances are, if the first and last chord are C, then you're in the key of C major. If the first and last chords are B minor, chances are you're in the key of B minor. So what we're going to do is we're going to match up a key for this chord progression I'm going to show you to some notes from a scale that contains the notes that are going to work in that key. So for example, if we're in the key of B minor, then you can use the B natural minor scale to solo over all the chords in that key, and it's going to more or less work. It takes a little finessing, right? Everything does, but let me show you the example. So the chord progression is going to be C, G, A minor, and C. So I bet you can guess what key we're in. It's going to be C major. So the first scale we're going to start with is the C major scale, but this is what I call a 6-note soloing technique. So we're only going to do the first 6 notes. We're going to go to 6th string, we're going to hit 8, 10, 12, and then on your 5th string, we're going to hit the same frets, 8, 10, 12. So you want to get that under your fingers. Now we're going to move that scale up 1 octave. Now, if you're starting it right here, to find the note that's an octave higher than this one, you want to go, if you're going from the 6th string, you want to go 2 strings up, and I always talk about up and down in terms of musical pitch, not visual direction. So up is this way, and then you want to go 2 frets up. So 2 strings up, 2 frets up from where you started. If this is my starting note, now I'm going to start my pattern an octave higher. Can you see how those are the same note? Just in 2 different registers. So I'm just going to move that exact physical pattern over here. So we got first octave, second octave. But guess what? We're going to move it up 1 more octave. So from the 4th string, to find an octave higher, you're actually going to go 2 strings up and 3 frets up instead of 2. So there we've got the same pattern in three places. So look at that. You only learned 6 notes. But by moving them through different octaves, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and you've just cruised across a good set of the fretboard, right? So it looks like you're shredding and really kicking butt, which you are, but this is the secret to doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to use those to just solo and just improvise. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know the right notes, so it'll work. I'm going to show you a bonus one. So stick around if you want this. And this is a little bit theory nerdy. So we can not only use in the key of C major the notes from the C major scale, we can also use the notes from the A natural minor scale. It's the same set of notes just from A to A instead of from C to C. So C major scale goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again. And A minor natural minor scale goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then A. Same set of notes, different starting point. So because it's that's what we call relative major and relative minor. Again, this is a lesson thing if you want it. But that set of notes is going to work too. So I'll give you an easy pattern. We've got from your 6th string, 5, 7, 8, and then your 5th string, same thing, 5, 7, 8. That's the first 6 notes of that, right? Because we're only using 6. Then we're going to move it 2 strings and 2 frets higher. And then you know from the 4th string, we got to move it 2 strings and 3 frets higher. So we've got... Okay, and you can go up and down that over the same chords. Here goes. Then since the C note is in that scale, but we're really centered in the key of C major, I ended it on a C note just to be slick. All right, so you got your 2 patterns, and we're only using the first 6 notes because it takes 2 strings to play those 6 notes. It's really easy to play them on this set of strings, and then we have 6 strings. We can play it on this set and this set. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. Really easy to move around the guitar. All right, now, if you want lessons from yours truly and to learn this stuff more in depth and to actually work with me on it and develop it, follow the link that's going to come up at the end of the lesson, and you can even take a free 15-minute trial lesson right there. So check that out, and thanks, everybody.